the city of the sun. You could have stayed, it's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through colored glass, time moves on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is August 3rd, 2025. It is 6:34 a.m. This is video number 2. I didn't plan on making 2 videos, but I went through my Twitter likes and I ended up talking too much. So the next video is gonna be on PYTE. So let's go on PYTE. Okay, so we are on PYTE. I haven't been. Oh, what is that? What is that? Is there something wrong with it? Nope, nothing is wrong. What did it say here? Your video go your own way. The world 121 cannot be monetized due to one or more copyright claim. This is not a copyright strike. So that was July 1st. Maybe I took care of that already. Okay, so you guys need to come on PYTE and well, I'm on PYTE. So the squaddies who are on App Team Sussex, you guys need to come over here and watch some of the content, because it seems like you guys are not watching as much as the other videos on App Team Sussex. Alright, so let's go on Twitter. So this is the first tweet. Just Harry and Meghan having a fun day at the beach with friends and family. TMZ. I've shared that on my community board. There's some, I think I've covered their faces. Okay, so there's Meghan. This looked like Delphina, Nacho's wife. I wonder who that lady is in green. There's Harry. There's Meghan here. There's Meghan here. This look like Nacho, but he looks bigger though. It may not be Nacho. Alright, so they're right here just having fun. There's Archie here. There's Meghan with a dog. There's Delphina. There's this. Yeah, they are here. I'm just happy they're just enjoying themselves. Okay, I actually hate this. Not blaming you, Nico. Okay, don't worry. Not taking it personal. And I'm part of the problem because I do pick on TMZ an unhealthy amount of time every week. I'm part of the demand. I think I see Delphina and Nacho. It's good to see Harry and Meghan with friends just enjoying their summer. I think so too. As Harry and Meghan fans, I don't think it's great for us to circulate any of these pictures that we know for a fact that they won't want in the public domain. I'm not trying to control or police what people do. I just know that they won't want these pictures out. Paparazzi pictures are part of the culture we live in. Not everything need to be shared, but some paparazzi pics are really not that deep. Think Park Base. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Did I put that on the list already? Because I'm creating the list as I go. Because I didn't make the list yet. Let me pause and add that. Alright, while I pause, I create the list. I just went through my likes and just add all of these. Okay, so I don't have to keep on... Alright, so I have the list already. So I could leave this alone. I took all the one that I needed and leave the one that I didn't need. The tweets. Meghan Markle engagement ring top jewel wish list. According to a recent survey, Meghan's ring has officially been named the #1 favorite engagement ring style. Prince Harry designed the ring himself, a 3-stone stunner featuring a large cushion, cut center diamond flanked by 2 side stones from Princess Diana's personal collection. The setting, classic, elegant, and deeply meaningful. What's your take? Will you pick Meghan's ring style? Okay, there's the hashtags here. I think the reason why she's mentioning that is because Peter Philip is engaged. Okay, Duchess Meghan is one lucky lady. I love this image. Look at her. He's looking at her. And Meghan knows he's looking at her. So there's that. That is nice. There's that. She looks good in everything that she wears. Okay, yes, she's one lucky gal. They're perfect. For a while, they sold replicas of the Harry and Meghan engagement ring at the Windsor Castle gift shop. I got one in 2018 for 55 quid. I love it. That's amazing. Wishlists chat, DM us. Gorgeous, absolutely stunning. So not surprised at this survey. God bless the Sussexes, Prince Harry and Princess Meghan, their marriage and kids, and Yeshua's mighty name, amen. But the Meghan effect strikes yet again. Peaches, bitches, or is it bitches? Alright, so there's all of that. Let's go to the next one. That was that, 43. Now, I hope I don't skip any of these now that I have the list. Okay, let's pause this. Public service announcement. If you're a Sussex hater and you check the ocean temperature in the Santa Barbara area, you definitely need help. Please seek mental health assistant ASAP. Oh, you crazy. Sis, they were also sharing weather alert that had been issued for California. So I think in, was it Hawaii, there was some tsunami warning. They even bring Oprah, they create a narrative about Oprah into the mix. Okay, girl, Sussex derangement syndrome has a cure, but the haters don't want it. It's an illness, poor thing. It's an illness called Sussex derangement syndrome, SDS. Why are they doing that? Sorry, I can't explain crazy. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay, back to some of the images again. Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan watching Prince Archie participate in what seems to be a surfing competition for kids. Okay, they say what seems, but we don't know if it's true, if there was a competition. Archie is growing up to be a true Californian surf boy. Go back to some of my old videos on PYTE. I think I did say it. Something about surfing, and all it took is for Meghan to give Harry was it a gift at the surfing thing? The picture came out when he went surfing. It makes wave, literally wave on the internet. Okay, so there's Archie here. He's tall. He's gonna be very tall. I'm just happy he's living his best life. I wonder who's this lady here. They all having their good time. There they are here. There's Meghan. There they are here still talking. You see, Harry's doing his own thing. Meghan is doing her own thing. Oh, that was it with this. Okay, so the Santa Barbara beach is open for family fun, and Harry, Meghan, and Archie are taking full advantage. How about that tsunami the fell predicted? I love this normalcy for them, doing activities with their kids, bit having to perform for the public from a balcony. That's for sure. Way to go, Prince Archie. My grandson, literally named King, is also surfing this summer. Both of them SoCal boys. That's Southern California. Okay, wait a minute. You mean to tell me they are out in public with the kids and no one has picture of them? Okay, so the TMZ thing. There are already people on here saying it's AI and fake. Even one saying that Archie is oh God. Nice thumbs up. At some point soon, they are going to have to produce these mysterious children in public or figure up a narrative to eliminate them on. Okay. Let's leave that alone. I don't want to read this. Let's just black that. Okay, so let's move to the next one. This comment sort of... these people. I'm telling you, if you hear the last on Happy Team Sussex, the last before I did the prayer, some of the thing I was saying, what we need to pray for. Some people need guidance, spiritual guidance, enlightenment, because many of these people possess everything that come out of their mouth are negative. And I spoke about, you know, how to pray. Well, not how to, but in some shape or form, maybe, yeah. But based on my experience, you don't need to know the Bible inside out. You just need to believe and trust in God. And when you ask for things, you have to believe of what you're asking for and be true to it. Okay, next week. Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan watching as Prince Archie took part in a kids competition on the beach in California. Let's just say allegedly. I don't know. Okay, so they cut Archie's face here. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry hit the beach for Archie. Allegedly, we don't know if there's a competition. There's Archie. Meghan's taking picture of her. Okay, he'll be taller than Meghan soon. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, or Pod Mama Meghan. There's that. You could hardly see his face anyway. It is okay. They still call Meghan Markle, but call Kate Middleton, and they kick off. Okay, whatever. Is this, well, Meghan says Meghan Sussex. Is this what the water rats call being lonely and longing to return to the UK? Oh, the misery. Great to see Meghan and her California ripped jeans again, living life, and she is back. There's that. So what? Okay, next tweet. Alright. Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex are the level of unbothered I aspire to be. Because while the anti-Sussex royalist trolls think their delusional ramblings online matter to them, the Sussexes continue living a blessed and highly favored life. I hope they're enjoying their summer. That's for sure. Okay, side note, if you post any pics of the Sussex kids from this day, I'm blocking you. Leave them babies alone and respect their parents' privacy. Wishes, thank you. Alright, what's with all the Lulu in the comments? I guess they just don't have anything else to do. Oh well, glad to see the Duchess out living her best life. They are all very jobless people who do nothing to affect the Duchess and her gorgeous family. Dog but no kids. Okay, sorry, do you mean the kids, they are all there to watch surf? Or okay, I don't know, but let me go into this. Okay, I share your sentiment. I will no longer retweet them. You are 1001% correct, 100%. Thank you for saying this. I've been saying this the same, but the thing is that, okay, there's the adults. We know Archie is there, but they cut their faces. Some of the squad, even when I shared it on my community board, I scratch over it just to let you know they are out and about. All right, next tweet. Okay, so there's that. Harry and Meghan were out in the sun while Archie was catching waves. I love how happy and glowing Harry and Meghan look. Archie is turning out to be a fearless adventurer, just like his papa. Full article. So there's that here. The same images are circulating. I love this life for them so much, especially their kids. They are growing up with such freedom Harry could only dream about as a kid. They look so free. I just have a scary feeling that William will be doing another beach video trying to copy this with his kids soon. Who wants to bet? Okay, you know it's coming. Happy for them, but should we be sharing photos taken without their consent? Please don't start with tweeting policy. Everything I post on my account I've considered carefully. If you don't like what's posted, keep moving or hit the black button. Okay, beautiful family, there's the heart here. Thanks for a clear pic. I'm stealing it. Alright, next tweet. Okay, so there's that Duchess of Sussex and Prince Archie. Alright, you could hardly see his face here. Archie's face. Okay, Prince Archie, the Duchess of Sussex, Prince Harry, and Prince... Okay, so there's their YouTube videos here. Okay, Archie standing there so patiently while his mama snap a pic. Okay, so that... Oh my god, Lilibet was there too. Here she is. There's that. Who's this pointing here? Prince Archie. Okay, he's getting so big. Our little California surfer, proud mama, cute. He's so tall. Like, when did this happen? You got your daddy's height. Lily's going to be taller than Meghan. I think so too. All of the kids gonna be tall. In the background, behind the woman's in green, look like Trump. Yes, I saw that too. Here, right there. Yes, I saw that too. Maybe a cutout picture. I don't know. But it may not be their tent though. Yeah, I saw that. Next tweet. Okay, so I saw that and I put it on the list. The list is not in any order, okay? I just put it straight on the list so I could get the recording out of the way. Beebs Kelley said Meghan's brand has ever dried up. Meanwhile, the first rosé sold out and the second vintage dropped next week. No endorsement, babe. The wine doesn't need a celebrity. It already has a name. All right, let's listen here. Okay, Meghan Markle's as ever brand is being completely ignored. Here's why it's embarrassing me. I mean, the goal, the objective for Meghan is for the thing to sell. As a matter of fact, she is saving so much money from selling those wine or all her product because she didn't need to create commercials. To create commercials, you have to spend money to make the damn commercial. She did none of that. Everything is something she posted on a free account on IG. And people who follow her knows about it. So that's good enough. Oh my God. But let's listen. Let's move it up right here.
Not only did the Meg's wine launch go forth with a whimper, minimal press coverage, and very few reviews making it into the media, but there's 0 endorsements happening from anyone, anywhere.
She doesn't need it. She doesn't need it. The whole point is to sell. And everything sell out. Why does she need to make commercials? You know why? Because people already know. The squad, like myself and her IG account, she has what, 4 million followers? Okay? So now... She doesn't need it. She doesn't need it. The whole point is to sell. And everything sell out less than an hour. So she doesn't need the endorsement. Okay? Some people have to pay to make commercials. When you see all those commercials online on your... When you're watching a YouTube video, people pay for you to see those videos. Okay, those commercials. So you know about their product. Meghan doesn't need to do that. You know why? Because people already know. The squad, like myself and her IG account, she has what, 4 million followers? Okay, so just think about that. 4 million followers, and each of those followers have their own respective followers, and then, you know, they talk about it. Let's see. Meghan has 4 million, okay? 4 million followers. Okay, and then her other brand, which is as ever, she has what, 869,000. That's a good amount as well. Million is more, but still. Okay, her product. So can you imagine these followers who have other followers, and we know that some of them are the haters, the derangers there. Okay, so she doesn't need to pay to make commercials. You have to spend money. She didn't need to do that. The objective is to sell. And her product sells less than an hour. Why does she need to make commercials or endorsement or anything like that? The objective is already met. Oh my God. Let me move it back right here.
Endorsements happening from anyone, anywhere,
So now we're measuring Meghan's success based on whether a celebrity posted her rosé on Instagram.
She doesn't need
That's
it.
your metric now? Not sales, not taste, not customer feedback, influencer content. Beebs, you couldn't be more ignorant even if you tried, because there are as many gaps in your teeth as there are in your logic.
Oh my
and
God.
both are loud, uneven, and impossible to ignore. You open your mouth, and it's just misinformation and molars.
This is why when people are talking to you, you need to take a moment, stop, and think. She's talking as if she's saying something meaningful. But when you think about the words that's coming out of her mouth, you're like, it's like dumb. Okay? Meghan is a business person. A business person is out there to make money. Okay? The less you spend, the better. Meghan doesn't have to spend a dime to let people know about her thing. And sold in less than an hour. So why would she spend money to tell people who don't even care anyway? Word of mouth is as good as any commercials. Okay, influencers like myself, well, I don't know if I'm an influencer, but I talk about her work and her product. But other people who make a living out of that, being an influencer, the true squaddies who are talking about, oh, even if you're not even an influencer, you just, post something here and there just because, you want to. Okay, when you receive your shipment or the wine, you're talking about it. That's good enough as well, because you have a follower who's watching your content. So, I don't know. And also, Meghan knows her fan base, who's following her. She reads, she studies, she understands when she put out a product, how the product perform, and she learned from the past experience how she can improve next time. And the key thing we keep on seeing every single time is that it sold out really quickly. Now there might be other metrics she follows based on her sale, how quickly people get their product, or if some of the squad, she knows her true basis. How did customer service, this kind of thing. I think she will spend more time on this rather than commercials, spending money to let people know about her product. That she already knows. She got this part, which is the most important part, okay, to let people know. She already got this down packed, because the key thing here, the thing sells out in less than an hour. So that part is done with. The other part she's probably spend more time on is customer service, feedback from people who buy her stuff. How did her team perform? So she will spend more time on this, improving on herself, rather than spending money on commercials, which she doesn't need, because the key thing here is for people to know about her product. That already been met. People already know. Okay? And she's doing it on a free app, IG. She create an account and then she just let people, I'm gonna release this. Or she could even put it, well, Archwell is completely different, so that will not be there. Okay? On a free app. So that is perfect for her as a business person, because she let people know and people listen, they follow, and things like that. But anyway, let's get back to the original recording. But let's continue.
You're not breaking down the wine industry. You're just breaking down on camera. Let's actually pause on the visuals. You sit there with your crusty hair, with uneven lip liner, and lashes that look like they're fighting for custody. You give day-old mascara and night shift energy. That contour is not contouring. And the highlight, it's just sweat. And yet here you are, dragging Meghan's product launch while giving Sephora clearance bin realness on screen. You claim no celebrity endorsed her wine. First of all, endorsement doesn't mean success.
Exactly.
Only 4% of consumers trust celebrity endorsements as a purchase driver.
There's another perfect example of what he's just saying here. If you look at during the election, Kamala Harris raised a lot of money. And who endorsed her that I talk about? What's that singer? What's her name? She had issues with her father. She had issues with Trump. What? Oh my God. She's dating that football guy. Oh my God. Just look at the picture, the screen. This is the person I'm talking about. And if you go back to some of my old videos on App You Team Sussex, because it was about politics, you will not be seeing it here on PYTE, where she I had to search it. I can't believe this. Taylor Swift. Okay, this is who I was trying. Taylor Swift. Okay, when during the leading up to the election, she endorsed Kamala Harris. Okay, and I believe O'Donnell spoke about it, how much that means to get an endorsement by Taylor Swift. Okay, did the derangers, the MAGAs, listen? No, they didn't listen. Did Kamala Harris won? No. But look at what the country is turning into. Okay, so it doesn't matter who endorses you, but the objective is, for Meghan, is the sale. Her wines are being sold out left and right the moment she releases them. Okay, so this is why endorsement doesn't mean that much. That alone, and it was a very important decision for people to make during that election. Okay, now we could see now, okay, her endorsing Kamala Harris, Taylor Swift for endorsing Kamala Harris. In the future, it will show that if she eventually have kids, and her future great-grandkids could say, okay, my mom or my grandma, Taylor Swift that is, stood on the right side of history of our time. Because look what is happening now with the decision of people who did not listen to her to vote for Kamala Harris. Okay? Look the destruction left and right, deporting people, even people who's not even a criminal, people who were here legally, they waiting for you after you have a meeting, in court for whatever it may be, for your citizenship or something like that. They deny you and then they arrest you. Okay, so if they had listened to Taylor Swift and many other people with a brain who endorses Kamala Harris, this would not have happened. The country would not have been in this turmoil. So which means endorsement doesn't mean anything. It means something. At least it shows that it will stay in the history book that she stood on the right side of history. That is a fact. But did the people listen to her? No. Did white women listen to Taylor Swift, who is also white? No, they did not. So this is why, I had to bring this, where endorsement doesn't mean much, because we just had huge, perfect example of just what just happened in the 2024 election. They didn't listen to her. She endorsed Kamala Harris, which was the perfect candidate for the job. They didn't vote for her. But anyway, I hope you understand what I mean. But let's continue.
Let that sink in. The other 96%, they buy what they like. They don't need Zendaya to hold their hand while they pour a glass.
That's
and
right.
When asked what actually matters to them, 70% of consumers said authenticity. Not clout, not fame, authenticity. So no, Meghan doesn't need Beyonce to validate her vineyard.
That's
her
right.
wine speaks for itself.
Bang.
Something you clearly struggle to do. You're gasping at silence like it's proof. No one posted. Okay, and since when did social media posting become the gold standard for product value? Meghan launched a rosé that sold. She sent tasteful PR. Some posted, some didn't. That's not failure. That's standard practice. Luxury brands don't beg influencers. They know exclusivity sells more than hashtags. But I wouldn't expect you to understand luxury. You're still stuck in the mindset of if it's not viral, it's worthless. Which is cheap, basic, and pedestrian. Much like you and your channel. Meanwhile, actual customers who tried the wine said it was a 10 out of 10, elevated, stunning, and the it drink of the summer. It won blind taste tests. But you ignored all that. Why? Because it doesn't support your bitterness. And your whole brand is built on hoping Meghan fails. You don't want reviews. You want receipts for your resentment. And let's talk about how dumb you look now. Because not only didn't As Ever dry up, like you so confidently predicted, it actually sold out.
That's the key.
That first rosé, snatched up, shipped out.
That's the key point. Sold out. And I've said it at that time, where she doesn't have even to spend money to keep those wine in a warehouse. If they don't sell, they're gonna be sitting there, and she's gonna have to pay to keep them at that warehouse. It came and then it go. She didn't have to spend money to keep them. The goal reached is it's to sell out, and that happened. All right, so let's continue.
Consumers loved it. Reviews were glowing. Taste tests were won. Your entire theory about it flopping is as fake as that overlip combo you keep trying to make happen. And now, Meghan's got a new drop coming next week. A second vintage. A new Napa Rosé. Same elegance, refined blend, updated flavor profile. It's described as delicate, balanced, and perfect for everything from sundown dinners to barefoot brunches. And it's dropping whether you like it or not. You're sitting in front of your ring light talking about no endorsements, while she's preparing to launch the it drink of the summer again. How do you go through life always being wrong?
It's that.
Not only
Let's
did
pause.
the Meg-
It's like they're waiting. You know how they copy people? They have to have like a blueprint to tell them this is the way to do it. Okay, when you look at the royal family, when they copy, okay, they see something that went viral or people are talking about it, they then go do the hard work the same way as the person who made that particular product or whatever it may be to be as popular as it is. They just grab it from the finished product and then they copy it, thinking it will have the same type of vibe or sentiment that the original person did. No, if you're just copying, it's just gonna be that. You have no connection, true connection with it. You're just copying it. Meanwhile, there's Meghan, who did all the hard work and talk about it on her page and whichever way she does. I'm not talking just the wine, just creating the foundation for her to have her 4 million followers, this kind of thing. So people know the hard work behind it. So when she put it out there, those who are wine drinkers or who wants to support her for whatever reason it may be, the moment she dropped it, bam, it goes. So the others are trying to copy, thinking that, okay, for other businesses, in order for them to sell, they have to make commercials, they have to hire influencers. That's because they don't have that same connection. They just a big box business, okay, who's there with no connection with. This is why people said, like Meghan said, buy shop local, where you have a connection with the local people, the farmers, this kind of thing. There's a connection there. But for those other people who care about money, they don't care. They just create a box and then you just go and pick. I don't know if I'm making sense with it, but anyway, let me read some of this here. The video filter failed her and this one, and what happened to the soft voice. There's that. Haters in a nutshell. Okay, how did Beebs Kelley knows? She's talking and feverishly locking way too much, in my humble opinion. Oh well, there's a fine line between love and hate, some say. Alright, well, this is what dried up looks like. And a twisted, jealous, hateful nobody. Alright, those lashes are fighting for custody. There's the laugh here. JTB for king. Who needs endorsement when every single As Ever product drop sells out inside 2 hours? These haters make no sense and they sound bitter. Yeah, that's the thing. If, for instance, the first product that she put out, Meghan that is, and did not sell the way that it did, maybe she will have to change her tactic. She will say, okay, I just dropped this. I still have the product here. I need to change tactic to let people know I have these products here. Then that's when the endorsement, the commercials might be needed. But she didn't need to do any of that. Her first product went out the door. So why change it if people are still buying? Why spend money? The goal here is to make money. The less you spend, the better. So why do you need to spend money when you don't really need it? The thing is already being sold out. Okay, I love how you read them. Okay, they owe mascara and night shift energy. Nailed it like always. You burn them like no other. Okay, misinformation and molars. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. I don't think these people know the concept of things. They see things and then they don't bother to understand. This is enlightenment is needed, the prayer for enlightenment. All right, next week. It's hilarious that while the British press were thinking that Harry and Meghan's home was going to be flooded by a tsunami, the Sussexes are out there surfing in the sea. There's a laugh here. Next time, better worry about those who have been vacationing on a yacht the whole summer. If you don't know, what is it? William, Kate, and the Wells, okay, were somewhere in, is it Greek? In some private yacht or Middle Eastern billionaires. I've been laughing since this morning. Tsunami Harry is cheating. They are in Africa. Only the Sussexes to show up on a local beach with local kids and parents. Suddenly, everyone is worried about Archie. They have always said doesn't exist. They say she's neglected them. Okay, they always embarrass themselves. I don't think they have no shame. Another reason Misery Island wants them but to heal. God is good. Tsunami provide them with lots of waves to surf. Unfortunately, that's true. Next one. Oh my God, I have a lot. Okay, Prince Harry thriving in California with his family. Let's pause this. Prince Harry thriving in California with his family, not taking a penny from taxpayers, but UK media will have you believe he's the villain because they rather he was back in Brexit. Okay, Brexit Britain being the scapegoat. 26 seconds. Is there music?
It's time for your next adventure.
Okay, so there's a music. Let me go through it really quickly. So there's that video, and I think it was it a gift, a birthday gift that Meghan gave Harry, and he's been hooked. And there's Archie here. It's like Meghan saying to Harry, "Welcome to my world." There's that here. That's a GIF, and that's it. All right, next tweet. Oops. Oh God, that should have been on my last video. Isn't Charles still the king? I'm sure Queen Elizabeth II will have just said no and been done with it. Charles needs to grow a spine and stop being submissive to William's bullying. Okay, King Charles doesn't want the Wells family to move into Fort Belvedere celebrity. That's their problem. Let me read what's there. They all look miserable. Can you imagine this? This is what they want Harry to go back to. They all look freaking miserable. Oh, whatever's here. I think the real problem is that currently list 99-year lease to the richest Canadian in the world, and the lease will have to buy them out, then renovate. So having failed to take away Andrew's home, Willie is now trying to take away someone else's home, all while claiming to solve homelessness. How predictable. Oh, so that place he wants to move to, someone is leasing it for whatever amount of years. Whatever. Yeah, if they remove it, they're gonna have to buy out the list from them. If Chuck had a spine, the royal family would be in a very different place than they are now. So true. She'll have no problem taking away Harry and Meghan home, gift from Queen Elizabeth. Suspect it's Camilla. She is likely toying between the two bullies. She's playing them very well, in my humble opinion. She tried to get Harry, but Harry wasn't, playing it. Suspect she knows is convinced Chaz will predecease her. She cannot afford to make William an enemy and be cast out. That full stop. Yes, it could be a side chick cam. Side chick. The horse. Whatever. She has, none of them have any, oops, I didn't copy anything. None of them have any shame, especially her. What did one of the squad call her? A master hoe or something like that. Next week, our Sussex family happy, laughing and glowing. I won't post pics of the kids, but how tall they both are. Oh, there's that. When will you leave Meghan alone? You derange and discuss. Okay, that's not a deranger. I think that's a squatty. Okay, But security, can you imagine the skirmishes? If the royal rat have known about this, they will have ruined the day. Stay where you are, Harry and Meghan, and keep on enjoying your lives. It looks like they had a wonderful day by the sea. Imagine getting upset over this, but there will be knotted knickers one day. OMG heaven, I love this. But of course it is intrusive, I'm guessing, from backgrid photographers. I'm so happy they are enjoying their life. Okay, I wouldn't have even posted the one of Meghan and Harry, especially because it's from Murdoch Gutter Media, Paris Hilton, TMZ. When I think about the online media lynch Meghan has received at the hands of Murdoch, and I recall the harassment Meghan got with the privacy tour when she continue here. When she says she'll likely to be the one to decide what to share or not with the public, which she has done this year, after years of us hoping via Insta, sharing pics of the Disneyland birthday trip versus British media demanding via tabloid to get full access on Oprah interview. I hope she never posts anything again on her personal Insta, because Sussex squad don't respect her wishes. I mean, the squad always tell you, okay? What they do versus what Meghan does, okay, they're their own person. Meghan and Harry went to a local beach. These weirdly obsessed morons are claiming that Lily wasn't there. They must know by now that it's against California law for paparazzi to take photo of famous people's children without consent. So there's that. Sarcasm. Okay, you could pause and read that one. I don't want to waste too much time. There's all of that if you want to look at it. And there's all of that. Okay? There's that. Okay, whatever is on the screen. There are no clear photos of any children in the photos that have been published. However, TMZ are selling close to the wind with that article. Paparazzi actually want photos again because they sell. Meanwhile, no one's chasing William and Kate around a yacht because blur boredom doesn't bring clicks. The real problem. Their fears are irrelevant. Bullseye. Better have a word with your squaddy Nina. She's claiming that Lily's in the photo sitting lap. Okay, Lily probably was there. Whether she was or she wasn't, it's irrelevant though. The weirdos that attack Meghan don't say anything when Willie and Kate only take one of their children out. Okay, and yet Mole is sharing a video with possibly Archie in it, and some weirdo has edited and Sloan it down, showed him. Disney reported. Okay, I don't follow, I would not know, and I don't know what she's talking about. Next tweet. Okay, so there's that. Meghan and Harry were spotted on the beach today. She wore her Marella Vella hat and Brother Valley's, how do you pronounce this? Hoovers, with a white long sleeve shirt and cut off denim short. Okay, so there's all of that. I'm telling you, the squad, they know how to get those things here. Thank you for IDing the joy. Sold out. Plus them how. Okay. Plus legs. Okay. Was it the beach on August 1st? Just another distraction. Beautiful. Who knows when this was taken? They're playing the same tactic as the UK. Okay, they probably had it and they save it for when they need another distraction and they put it out. Remember, oh God, he looked like that Snowden. Is it an uncle of his? Okay, teeth at first sight. I'm telling you, the squad or something. He's 47. Really? Yep, there's all of that. Let's leave it alone. Oh, Jesus. Okay, you could read what's there. I have nothing positive to say. That's that. Next week. The reason the squad putting this is because he's engaged with someone. Okay, big boy vibes. Harry and Duchess Meghan watching their son surf lessons. Okay, we don't know if it's surf lesson or competition. There's Archie. He's very tall. Okay, Pod Mama. There's that. That's an ad. Wait, when was this? No clue when this actually took place, but TMZ posted today. I figured they were on vacation, but I know them well. Nobody better not post their kids' face anywhere. TMZ aren't known for their morals, so hopefully nothing like that was published. Shocked that TMZ did not post their faces. Even Lily was there, but they blurred her face out with their logo. When was this today? Okay, so there's all that repeating. Next tweet. This is from TMZ itself. Archie's surf lesson. This is what they said. We don't know if it's a surf lesson. Alright, so that they are here. Big boy Archie. I love to see a happy family with the FTMZ. I love this family. Say her name, TMZ. Okay, Meghan Sussex. Alright, so there's, let me read that and then that's it. Man, it would be honest, such not able to have any family time without paparazzi coming and hordes and pictures. No. It's probably someone who was from following the Johnny Depp lawsuit with AH. It's probably someone who took the picture, called TMZ, and said they have the picture. Do you want it? And then they sell it to TMZ. That's what I think. All right, 2 peas in a pod. Prince Harry.
I was the go-between the news desk in the office and the reporters in the field, which you might know as paparazzi.
Approximately how many paparazzis were you in charge of?
At the time, it was about 20 in LA, a handful, maybe 3 in New York, and then 1 in DC.
And what were your responsibilities specifically as to the paparazzi?
It would be to dispatch paparazzi to various locations based on tips or just direction dictated by having a list of sort of hotspots where celebrities would be.
And how were those tips received?
They were received either through tips that we received through our tip line or directly through news producers in the office.
And were tips frequently received directly from sources?
Very often the case, yeah.
And who were the type of sources that TMZ received tips from?
They would receive tips from, oftentimes it would be publicists, managers, agents, or B-list celebrities.
Lawyers?
And lawyers, definitely.
How are tips verified?
Tips are verified by an extensive process. If they come in through our tip line, we have to verify who sent it, that the source is truthful, and so they have to add their contact information, which is a field in that on that website for like name, phone number, things like that.
And how long did that process typically take?
If we receive a tip through the tip line, it could take a while because that would need to be, if it was a tip, we would need to verify it. If it was media, such as photos or videos, that would need to be extensively verified to ensure that the person sending it is the copyright holder and that we would have the legal ability to air it and distribute it.
And while working for TMZ, were you involved in any assignments related to Ms. Heard?
I was.
What was the first time you recall working on an assignment related to Ms. Heard?
I believe it was May 27th, 2016.
And what was your role in that assignment?
For that, Ms. Heard was filing a restraining order at a courthouse in downtown Los Angeles. So I dispatched camera people to that location.
Under what circumstances would you normally send paparazzi to a courthouse?
Only if we had been informed prior. It's not by any means a celebrity hotspot. We would only ever send people there if we had been tipped off that something was occurring and there was somebody present there.
And what footage was TMZ trying to capture at the LA courthouse on May 27th, 2016?
We were trying to capture Amber leaving the courthouse and an alleged bruise on the right side of her face.
What was your team of paparazzi supposed to do while they were at the LA courthouse on May 27th, 2016?
Objection, Your Honor. Hearsay and foundation.
What were they supposed to do?
Right. She's asking for, I don't think there's a foundation or
I'll
hearsay.
overrule the objection at this point. I'll see.
Go ahead, Mr. Tremaine.
Can you state the question again?
What was your team of paparazzi supposed to do while they were at the Los Angeles courthouse on May 27th, 2016?
Their objective was to capture her leaving the courthouse, and then she was going to sort of stop and turn towards the camera to display the bruise on the right side of her face, the alleged bruise.
And his beautiful Auntie Sarah, the resemblance is strong. There's that. Okay, Harry's got Charles' eyes, spaces, and nose bridge. Yeah, the nose, I think I've said this before. Harry got Charles' nose, that's for sure. Anything else, I'm not sure. But the nose is Charles. Okay, Harry's got Charles' eyes spacing and nose bridge, Windsor, the red hair, height, and that white Diana smile, all Spencer. As Cosmo, he's the perfect mix. There's that. As much as I hate, okay, a lot of Charles and him. Yeah, if you look, I've been saying it, especially when the derangers keep saying it's someone else. I was like, look at him. Okay, Charles. The nose is Charles. That I saw. But anything else, I don't see. But this picture right here shows a perfect similar smile as well. Alright, let's see here. The facial bone structure is his aunt. For a time, he looked like his grandma. And I've seen a pickup mischievous lopsided smirk like Princess Diana. I'm really curious to see who gorgeous little bit resemble. The same face here. His grandma Doria is stunner with great legs. Okay, he's still the and him, even Charles. So there's all of that. Alright, let's leave that alone. I need to finish. Oh my god, 7:25. I'll be gonna take a shower before the kids because we're gonna go away. Next, Sussex took Prince Archie to Santa Claus Beach. Santa Claus? Beach and Carpeneria for surfing lesson. Allegedly, I don't know. Our little Archie is a true Californian on his way to becoming a surfer just like Daddy. The Sussexes are soaking up the sun and enjoying their non-taxpayers funded life. Alright, TMZ got the pics. Harry and Meghan hit Santa Claus Beach and Carpenter just outside Santa Barbara on Friday, soaking up the sun and teaching Archie how to catch some waves. Was it when they were showing, when Harry showed the picture, the video. Actually, it wasn't Harry who showed the video. It was, I think, his instructor on his page, on IG page. He showed a video of Harry surfing. Okay. What was the point of saying this? The derangers were complaining that it's not like the ocean. They were making fuss because it was in a controlled environment kind of thing. But if you have the space, the facility of a controlled wave, and you're teaching somebody, why not be in a controlled environment? You know, instead, if the person doesn't know how to surf and you take him out in the ocean, you don't have control of the ocean. Things could happen. So now I guess they got the hand in the control environment. So now they're going to the wild pretty much. 6-year-old Archie is already a little adventurer in the making. He's still in the early stages of surfing, taking after Dad, who's also taking up surfing in California. Who knows? Maybe Nacho is, I don't know, probably learning too. I don't know. Or maybe he already know because he's from the South, Argentina, so he probably has a hint of that as well. I just love it, just family getting along together. What a wonderful life those children have. Will dearly love to see them, but I do appreciate their parents' reason for not allowing them to appear in photos. The evil people in the UK will pull them asunder for no reason other than to hurt Harry and Meghan, greatest parents. There's the heart here. And the thing is that these people, they're so evil. Okay, pretty much first and foremost, they are evil. They are evil. I think Harry and Meghan would have shown so much of those kids, but the way those evil people in the UK want, those paparazzis in the UK, the British media, they want to be part of it. They want to be, let's say in this picture, they want to be in the mix of it, and they're just snapping pictures left and right. There's Harry was telling them, no, I want to enjoy my life, and then I'll share with you what I want to share. But nope, they want to be in the mix. And then when they do show, Harry show little snippet here and there. Let's say at the beginning, those Christmas pictures that they used to put out, they tear them down, they tear them apart. So what the hell? This is why I think we need to be praying for, what did I put the prayer? Spiritual guidance. Okay, that's what I did in my last video. Spiritual guidance, because many of these people are blind. They are possessed when I look at their eyes, when they're so angry of someone they don't even know, they have no interaction with, just by looking at them due to their skin color, is that the evil just come out. So they possess. So this is why I said prayer for spiritual guidance for these people. Okay, how far away are those photographers? What I think is someone who was at the beach who happened to spot them and took the picture and then called TMZ and said, I have pictures of Harry and Meghan, I want to sell it. That's what I think happened. How far away are those photographers? Certainly not were invited, were they? Surely that a breach of privacy leaks what leaks. There's the heart here. True Californian means he has no business being a prince from UK. Okay, I guess you should just take away his birthright then. Alright, if someone takes a picture of the kids, sell it to a UK rag, it is illegal. Harry knows how to deal with them, okay? You show kids a photo of his kids, he's gonna come after you. Him and Meghan, he doesn't care. Okay, they already know they are the public figure. Their kids are not. Okay, Harry has demonstrated already. Don't play with his kids. If they breach the privacy of his kid, he'll know what to do. Okay, that's illegal. Okay, did I finish with that? If someone takes picture of the kids and sell it to the UK rags, it is illegal. Is it illegal? Yes. Okay, I know they can't expect privacy on a public beach, and it's illegal to take kids pictures, but UK media are the lowest rat infested sewer ever and won't care. Well, that's illegal in California. Well, Harry have demonstrated that already. And this channel, PYTE, where what's the name of something X? Not X Twitter, but the name of that particular magazine or something Harry sued because of the kids or something like that. I think they were taking pictures of the kids in their backyard. What's the name of it? It's on this channel. Look at the screen. I think I have the thumbnails of it. There's the heart here. We love having them here in California, our beautiful state. There's the heart here. Next tweet. I'm almost done. I have one more after this. So laughing. So I took it here. I'm so glad she's escaped. Talk about psychological terrorism. Our poor girl would not have survived. Here, I still remember how fragile and skittish she looked at the funeral when her stalker took that menace dainty feet towards visitors lunch. I think it's on video 1. She's making reference to when Meg and Harry were doing the walkabout with William and Kate during the Queen's death, and then Miss Mumble came close to Meghan, and Meghan looked, trying to remove herself away from her. That's what I think she's making reference to. And now she's saying here, she hoped Meghan never, just use Heathrow as a bypass, but never step out of the, how do you call this? The, continue your destination. If I could pen this reply, there's that bullseye. It came from this tweet here. So they, so who's at the bottom of the emotional super? Got it. Okay, so that's regarding Princess Anne Philip, I think that's his name, who's engaged to someone, and Meghan's engagement ring, something that Harry gave her. Alright, so this has nothing to do with Harry and Meghan. I've been talking about Las Vegas being almost like a ghost town. The booming of things is not the same anymore. So there's another video making reference to that. Las Vegas is dead. I have never seen the parking garage at this airport this empty, and I did not see it to the TSA pre-check line in the terminal. All right, let's listen. Oh, come on. Let's start all over.
Hey guys, it's about 6 a.m. on a Friday morning at the Las Vegas airport, and I'm going to catch my flight.
Wow.
And there's literally nobody else here at the airport. I've never parked my car to catch a flight, and I've not seen another person since I've parked. This is really weird.
Okay. So this is another perspective of that. I never mention it on this channel, PYTE, but on Happy Team Sussex. At the end of some of my videos, I've mentioned things about Vegas being empty. Yes, there are some people, but it's not as crowded and vibrant as it used to. Alright, so there's that. Like I was saying at the somewhere in the video, I think it was this video, about Taylor Swift, you know, endorse Kamala Harris, who would have been better for the country and make the country great. Okay, improve on some of the things that we already built on. But no, Trump told us he wants to bring us back. So there it is. People, not only he's snatching people, even citizens, snatching them, send them some random countries or something like that. Who wants to deal with that? People want peace and prosperity. We don't want confrontation. But for some reason, these white people, they can't seem to mind their own business. When people are happy, they are furiated. They are angry. So this is why I come to the conclusion, these people are possessed. That spiritual warfare that's going on, the devil are taking the spirit or getting into people's spirit to act the evilness. And this is why I'm saying, for the prayer, I'm done. Okay, the video is done. I'm not gonna go in the comment. I just wanted to show you another perspective of someone else who's saying how quiet Las Vegas is not the same anymore. But get back to what I was saying, is that we need to pray for people's spirit, because I think the devil is getting into people to act against God. So in my last video, I said, could have been in this, I said a lot of things, is that all they need is all the devil need is a small crack to get in, and then to do its damage. And it find that little crack, which was 2024. People were blind to see reality, so they vote against their best interest, and then they put him right there, and it's destruction. And we are only 8 months into his presidency, not years, not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3 years, 8 months. And that much of a destruction is going on. So we better brace ourselves. Okay? So let's keep that same prayer thing here. Prayer for spiritual guidance. But let's pick something else. The spiritual guidance is for all of us. Even if you're already spiritually inclined, you have connection with God, I'm still praying for you to maintain that. But also for those who have zero spiritual connection with God, we need to pray for them as well. The maintenance is very important. You need to keep the progression you already have and build upon it. Hopefully it helps you. And those who have zero, that will be their starting point, because we can't go on like this. Let's pick that small one. But for some reason, maybe I'll read too. All right. Lord God, when I have a decision to make, I come to you. As I lay out all the facts and weigh the alternatives, give me a sign that makes sense, which will help me take the next step. Amen. All right, so let's do this one. Prayer for the Holy Spirit for guidance. Holy Spirit, I come to you as a child seeking direction. I don't want to lean on you, for it often leads to astray. I need your wisdom, Lord. Illuminate the path before me and make my step firm. Help me to discern what aligns with your will. If I move too fast, slow me down. If I hesitate, give me clearly and guide my heart to follow your truth. I surrender every decision, big and small, into your hands. Lead me in righteousness and give me peace and the way I should go. Amen. Also, what I've said, this is 2 videos I'm creating one day, so I don't know if I said it in this video or the previous one. One of the things that I was saying earlier is that there is no one way of having your spiritual connection with God. For me, I'm gonna explain. For me, I do not know the Bible versus like so many other people do. I don't. And I don't plan on sitting down and reading the Bible. Maybe I should. I don't know. When that moment comes, if I feel like reading it, I'll read it. But at the moment, I don't feel like sitting down to read the Bible. But for me, things that I have seen that works for me, okay, is that I believe. There's the thing here. Truly believe in God. And I have seen many things that I asked for, and when I did ask for these things, it came truly from my heart, and I meant it. I truly meant it to my core. I asked for it. You know, I didn't go and talk out loud. It's in my heart. I said, you know, when you're thinking, whatever the way you think and stuff like that, it came truly from my heart, and I was talking to God in my heart. I believe in God. That's the foundation you need. Okay, find whichever way. I don't know. Different people have different ways for you to get that. This is the foundation. Different people, could be preachers, could be your mother, your father, whoever is already spiritually inclined. If you don't have it, find someone to help you to find your own way. Okay, they could teach you their way, and even as I'm saying it, it might give you a beginning, a starting point, but it may not be the same way for you. But at least it will get you, you know, will click something in your brain. Find your foundation between you and God. This need to be established. You have to believe. In order for you to believe, you have to establish the foundation of how you connected with God. Once you get that going, and then you could find, for me, okay, for me, it's to my heart. When I truly need it and ask God for something that I truly need, I ask it. If you don't need it and you're playing with God, they will know too. God will know. God will know. There are times I tell God, you know, I don't want to waste your time. I don't know what I need, but use my body for things that you want people to know. But right now, I do not want to waste your time. Instead, go to someone else to help guide them for whatever reason it may be. Because right now, I'm a little bit lost. I don't know what I need. Show me my way. Sometimes I said that when I don't know. I don't want to waste his time. And I said, I'm already with you all the way. But right now, I don't want to waste your time because I don't know what I need, what I want. And then I will ask him to show me what I need to do to create some sort of objective to follow through. But anyway, the whole point is your foundation needs to start by believing. If you don't believe, what's the point of asking someone you don't believe in? Okay? And then, like I said, you don't need to know the Bible from inside out, up and down, whatever. I'm not saying neglect it. I'm not saying that at all. If you could sit down and read the Bible, maybe something in there might click for you. Okay? But it doesn't need to take that. At least for me. Because I don't know the Bible. And still, even as I'm saying this, I don't plan on sitting down to read the Bible. If that day happen, I will tell you, oh, I'm reading the Bible. Something clicked, I want to read the Bible. I don't know. But right now, I don't, and I don't plan on reading it. But my true foundation is that I believe. And I have to thank my mother for that. Why? Because she introduced me into the church. I go there, you know, did all the thing, even though it was things I didn't like, but she introduced me to the church. And then through that, I guess God caught my attention in a different way. That designed for me. Okay? So I've spoken to God, I've asked God many things, and I've received them. And then when I truly see, I remember what I've asked, and then it could be take maybe years later, and I realize, oh, at one point I did ask for this, and now I'm seeing it. And I thank God for it, for acknowledging it, that I have it. You guys need to do that as well. When you receive what you have asked for, you have to take a moment and say, God, thank you. Thank you for it. And I've done this so many times. All right, so that's that. Let me... we are in a world right now where we need spiritual guidance. We need God in our lives, whichever way it fits, because there is a spiritual war that is going on, because too many people have been possessed. Looking at some videos, when these possessed people, the evil possess their body, their mind, you look at their eyes when they're talking, I was like, oh my God, they're possessed. Because no true human, a child of God, will come out of nowhere just hate someone you don't even know. It will make sense to me if you have had some history with somebody where the person is poking you and bothering you, making your life uncomfortable, to have this kind of anger. But there's none. Out of nowhere, you seen this person just because of the skin color, out of nowhere, boom, you go deep to the core of hate. So these people are possessed. So when they see, I would assume that this is a different branch of things, I would have assumed those people who are possessed, when they see a dark skin, maybe that person is already spiritually connected with God, and they are frightened by that. I don't know. I really don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me to see the kind of hate that come out of people out of nowhere. So these people are possessed, so we need to pray. If you're already connected with God, keep that. Sometimes God will test you to see you are still with him. Never falter. The evil will always try to redirect your focus from God to be with them. But anyway, let me stop, okay? That's it. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to check my other channel, Happy Team Sussex. I did a video earlier. It's gonna be on that channel, so check it out, okay? Thank you for watching.